Teeny production.
Chatter that matters. Hey everyone, happy Memorial Day Monday. Welcome to Chatter That Matters. This is episode 18. Hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Long weekend over there, guys. Vision, what's going on? Did you have a long weekend this weekend?
Yeah, today I actually got some sleep, so I was just napping basically with the kids,
So,
off and on.
about
Yeah, relax today, chill.
good stuff. Other than that, your weekend was good?
Yeah, went smooth, no drama.
Awesome.
Everything was good.
Setup's looking good.
Thank you, boss.
Awesome. Glad you can make a cool game. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, sir? How you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. It's Monday. You guys had Memorial Day long weekend over there. Did you do
Yes, sir.
anything special?
Just hung out with family. I did a little grilling. I bought some crawfish and some shrimp, and
Oh, nice.
yeah,
That's
pretty
what it's all
good.
about. Spending with family and paying respects.
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah, your display's looking sweet as well, man. As always.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Glad you can make it. We got Piggy representing Ninja Turtles tonight. What's going on, brother?
Yes, sir. What's good, fellas? um, we had the jazz festival down here this weekend, so I went and hung out at the jazz festival. Wasn't a lot of smoke like at the little house festival the week before. So yeah, man. And the good news is my Incredible Hulk finally shipped. So I have tracking numbers. So like 5 months after the rest of y'all, like 6 months after yours, John.
Oh, it's shipped?
Yeah, finally.
Okay. That's awesome news. That's not surprisingly, you're not the only one that hasn't received it yet, unfortunately.
Wow.
But I'm super excited to hear that you're getting it. You must be excited.
Man, I'm ready to do a backflip.
That's right. I can't wait to see it. Which one did you get again?
I got the Enraged.
Yeah, you're gonna love that one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Knock on wood, no paint issues.
Well, getting it this late, they better have everything to
Man,
a T.
if it's 200, I hope I have number 199 or 200 or something like that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, all the things worked out. But just happy to be here, man. Happy to be
Glad you can make it, man. Always good to see you. Jerry, how's it going, man? How was your weekend?
Not too bad. Worked most of it, but Piggy might be proud. I've been watching the Mad Max movies, so they're all older
Yes.
movies.
Yes, Jerry. Yes.
The old ones are good.
Yeah,
Yes.
the third one, I don't know, man. It's very weird all over the place.
Queen Latifah? Not Queen Latifah.
I think
Wow.
it's Tina Turner,
what's her
right?
name? Tina Turner. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but pretty
Yeah.
good.
I'm just glad you're watching it, Jerry.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first two. The third one, it was okay.
That's most franchises, though, right?
Yeah,
It's so funny how it's changed.
Everything does. Glad you can make it, Jerry. Yeah, the Furiosa. I heard some people not too happy with how it went, but I gotta watch that series too. I haven't
I'm
watched
so
it.
surprised.
All right, Cypher. I expect it on a Friday, not a Monday. All right.
Hey. Negativity all the time, baby.
Glad you can make it, Jerry. Vega, what's going on? Setup's looking great. How's your weekend?
Hello, sir. Weekend was good. Staying busy. Took half a day today, so did a little work and did a little play. I too was watching a Mad Max-ish movie. I went and saw Furiosa, and it was quite fun, actually. Thank you very much. Glad to see Slifer here on time to run his mouth, and
Wow.
Hey,
it's one of
absolutely.
those. Wouldn't have it any other way. It's one of those weekends where I really had to try and hide my wallet because I've been doing a little too much recently between a couple statues and some Pokemon cards. I gotta hold off a little bit.
Gotta catch them all, right? That's what they say.
Unfortunately,
Well,
catching
glad
a
you
lot
can
of
make it.
debt is what's
It's
happening.
good. It's good to spend, right? You only live once.
That's true. I don't need to
You're not-
die rich, but
You're not gonna take it with you, yeah. Just take platinum Amex and buy Sideshow.
Buy
Anyway.
Put it on the credit card.
Glad you can make it, Vega. As always, Slifer. Happy
What's
Monday
up, man?
to you. How was your weekend, man?
I don't know. I worked, so no, I worked today too. I worked earlier, so get to hang out.
Do they give you any sort of like bonus pay or anything for working today?
No,
No, you don't get like
No.
time off.
today was overtime, but
Overtime, okay.
that's about it. Unwanted, but
Goes
yes.
to the tax man, anyways. Over here,
Yeah,
at least,
some of it.
they kill you with the overtime at the end of the year.
Uh,
But
I don't know
That's
how it
okay.
runs in Canada, but
Canada, it's a scam, man.
listen,
It's a
New York's no
fucking scam.
better. I tell you that much.
Holy mac.
The taxes are crazy in New York.
Anyways, glad you can make it. Good to see you.
Glad to be here.
Sit back, relax. No work talk over here. Now we're gonna just talk some collectibles. We got some news over the weekend that we're gonna cover. Other than that, we're gonna have some fun. Finish off our or do another round of that antagonist game that we were doing, and then hopefully a flash round of trivia. So let's get a Kickstarter. Let's see who's in the chat this Monday evening. Kicking it off, we got Bats in the Belfry. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. We got Mitchell Lawrence. How's it going, Mitchell? We got Carl here. Good to see you, Carl. We got Random Korean. Great to see you. The Main Man. How's it going, man? Who else do we have here? We got Bats in the Belfry. Who else do we got? We got Ro. Good to see you, Ro. Norman. Always good to see you, Norman, in the chat. What's going on, Aiden? Ledge. Happy Monday to you guys. Hope you're doing better. And I think that's it for now. If you guys are watching on Cool Games channel, welcome. Hope you guys have a good time. What's going on, Storm Rider and Cena? Great to see you guys. All right, let's kick it into some news, some high gear. I think it was this morning, last night, whenever. I think it was this morning. Legendary Beast came out swinging with a look at their third scale Joker that's coming. Not painted yet, but we're getting the unpainted version here. And man, I think this is looking good. So far, if this is painted well, I think this is going to be a pre-order I'm going to add. I absolutely love the base. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah, I think the base is again another home run. I think they're killing it with these storytelling bases. I love the Arkham Asylum gates kind of being center stage there. I like this take on the Joker. It is, and I don't know exactly what color schemes they'll go with, if they'll stick to, the art, or if they'll, do something their own way. But this is really cool. And I'm actually excited to hear that, you're at least starting to think about it, because I'd love to see an unboxing of this one.
Yeah, I think this one, I don't like any of the other third scale Jokers on the market in a standing pose, other than the one, like I picked up the one with Punchline, the Prime One on Throne.
Yeah,
I thought that was just so beautifully done, and I'd love to add a museum pose like this, and the fact that because apparently there's 3 versions, because this is loaded with swap outs. Like the ultimate will have the Harley Quinn swap out, and that's just perfection for me.
Yeah, that's a big swap out.
That's a big swap out. Yeah,
That's a whole character. Yeah, I will say last, this and the Joker you're talking about, the one where he's sitting down, they both bring a little bit of that class that the Joker has.
yeah.
And I feel like when you're talking about a lot of the other third scales, it's all kind of just the crazy maniacal Joker, and they don't necessarily capture that classiness that he also has.
Precisely. Here's some more photos. So you get the Arkham gates there. Another swap. It looks like arm swap out there with his cane, and then a gun, a pair of guns. Ton of swap outs here, and then here on the left hand, you even have him with a cigarette, which is pretty sweet. Anyone else on the panel into this or digging it so far?
I mean, I don't think it looks bad, but kind of yawny a little bit for me.
You're not a fan of it?
Nah, and that ha 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 thing, I don't know, man. I don't really like that.
I think that's going to be removable. I would think so.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that.
I would hope so.
It's
Yeah,
kind
I'd
of
probably.
an
I agree.
afterthought.
I agree with you. I think I would display it without the laughing. The ha ha ha.
So
I think
is
if they were gonna, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, is the Harley removable as well, or this is just
Yes.
like a version B or something?
Well,
Oh,
the Harley will be removable.
Oh wow, yeah, I think it's pretty dope concept.
Yeah, she'll be, I think, part of the Ultimate, which would be like getting all the swap outs, the Harley, everything, and then you'll have some other options, 2 other options of just the Joker by himself.
I think it would be cooler if he kind of like it was more like a stand-up type stage. You know what I mean? Like maybe have like a little bench,
A mic,
like
a
a
mic,
mic, or like you know, like instead of like water, like it'll be like green like acid or some shit that he's gonna throw in the crowd or something. Like maybe that would have been a little bit more cool, creative. Or have like instead of the ha do like the Arkham gate behind his back. Maybe that would have been cool, but I don't know. I'm kind of like these story bases, man. I feel like that they're like one
You're underwhelmed.
thing. Yeah,
Well,
this
this is the back.
for
This
me.
is the back of the base. Oh
wow.
This is my favorite part, to be honest. Is it looks like to be a bit inspired off of the Alex Ross work, his Joker Reckoning work, and with all the rogues there. This is probably one of my favorite bases. No, this is my favorite base so far from his DC line. By far. For me at least.
I just feel like a lot of these things you're not gonna see, man. Like, when people do this stuff behind the base, man, I just feels like a waste.
Unless you put it on a turntable or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say like 90% of collectors do not put their stuff on turntables.
What's going on, Alex? I would for this one, that's for sure. This and Thor. This one and Thor should be on a turntable.
Are you gonna get this, John?
I want to wait to see the paint, but if so far I'm really liking what I see here. Like, yeah, this would be a probably if it's painted well and you have all the rogues there. What I'd love to see too. First of all, I like to see the ha 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 removable.
Yeah.
Right? That would need to be removable. And I'd also like to see this base interchangeable. So you can have this as the front of the base if you wanted. With all the rogues.
You know what? Maybe it is because most of their bases they make where you can take the top part off and display it flat. You know what I mean? Like with the Hulk, you can take the sub base and detach it from the immediate base where if you want to display them flat. So that may be an option.
Oh, they're coming for you, man.
Right. It sounds like it wouldn't take much for them to just take that one next step in terms of the base variability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on, AO? Good to see you. Alex, good to see you. Yeah,
I think he has the characters down. It's just this base stuff.
The bases?
Man. The bases just they kill it for me. Like any enjoyment I have for anything else on the statue kind of goes away when I see these storytelling bases. It's like
I think he needs to start implementing the turntable on the base.
On the base, yeah, like on the bottom of the base.
XM did the Maestro Hulk. That you could just turn them,
or maybe just not do it.
Well, the thing, I'll be honest with you, for me, I love the storytelling bases, man. I was kind of disappointed that the Captain America didn't have the storytelling base. I really love them. It just adds to the piece when done well. It really adds to the piece. I get what you're saying in your perspective completely.
No, listen. If you like it, you like it. I'm not going to tell somebody, I think it's.
I would almost say, to cater, but you make a good valid point, right? To cater to possible collectors that don't necessarily want to drop all that coin, have a sub base like just that top platform, without having to purchase the storytelling. Maybe do an edition size that way, for people that don't. If there's enough of a customer base that doesn't want the storytelling,
I just feel like it adds so much extra space on the base that you don't need.
You don't need.
And like I don't know, like if you collect, like let's say you collect multiple 1/3 of like Batman villains, one Joker's gonna have a storytelling base, and like you have Bane from Prime One, it's gonna look weird. It's gonna look weird. It doesn't. It seems like very.
I think
Like
these
you
would
have
be
to collect
great.
the line.
These would be great for collectors that like maybe this is your one piece. You know what I mean? And then you
Off
have
to the
story
side,
type.
yeah.
Yeah. You have the
Yeah.
storytelling base. So paired alone, I think it's a very creative and it's a masterpiece of an idea. But to Slifer's point, if you start putting them with a lot of other storytelling bases, then it'll look a little bit like it creates a clash.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see it both ways. What I would do if I didn't like it, since most of the time the sub base is removable, I would just take it off. Even though I like your point, John, of give me an option to save like $200 and not buy it.
I would almost take, if you wanted to do that, I'd take it off and put some Hot Toys on there. Do a whole Hot Toys display on that thing. I love
That's
it.
a good idea.
Damn. What's going on, Mr. Popo? Anybody else? Cool game? Any?
Yeah, I actually agree with JoJo. I think this is their signature touch. I think it's something that kind of brings the basis to life and kind of. I mean, I like the storytelling basis, especially on the Batman one.
Yeah.
I think if he was the only one doing it, yeah. But I think every custom person, company, or whatever, they're doing.
Yeah,
the
they're
same
starting
thing.
to now. Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
It's obnoxious.
They're starting to now.
But I think for them though, I mean, I don't know who started doing it, but they were the first that I saw.
Probably maybe license, yeah.
Yeah.
But
and I mean, I like the ha-ha-has. That I would like for it to be removable because I can see at a certain point it's kind of a clash or just will get annoying. But I like the touch. Overall, I think the statue is good. To me, I think that floor is pretty plain. I'm not sure exactly what those are supposed to be, just like wood panels on the floor.
Like tiles, what it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty plain in comparison to some of the other ones.
Yeah, I can see that.
All in the paint, though. I definitely think the paint
Yeah,
is gonna have
I
to
agree
be really good.
completely. I agree completely.
But can we point out real fast? Slifer has some really good ideas, man. You need to work with these companies when he was like put the Arkham Gate behind them. And
that would
that'd be sweet.
Have the green acid. I'm sitting here.
So it almost looks like he broke out of Arkham, right? Yeah, that would be badass.
Yeah, well, they
Stand
just
up mic in
try it
front
out
of
like he
him.
always does.
Yeah.
Because it's like Prime. You know how Prime One did the Batman Who Laughs with the gate. I don't remember if the big gate was in the back or the front. That whole they did the gate in the back. I think it was the back.
Yeah, it was the back.
It was the back. If they did like a swinging gate here, exactly like it is on the base with it open, and it makes it look like he'd probably have to be like forced perspective though, because that gate would be
a cool
enormous.
option. I think that would make it this more worth it to you, and you can mix this with your other Batman collectibles, and it's not like tied down to like this one theme of let me put his whole life story on the base. I think if he starts offering that, I think he'll have better. I guess maybe a bigger 1/3 market for Batman. Like people that collect Prime One would probably start dipping into this. I don't know.
So Jojo asked, "Isn't there already a statue with Arkham Gate with the Joker? Maybe that's why he didn't. You know what I mean?"
Not a gate like that.
What's going on, nice guy? I don't want him. I don't want him to lose the storytelling basis. So maybe offer it as an alternative, but get both out there. Try to at least get both because I appreciate them, and you're not getting them. You're not getting it from Prime or anything else. Well, even Sideshow's starting to dabble a little bit with the storytelling basis like that Deathstroke, but I don't know. We'll see. So
I do like the idea. I don't know who if it was Lifer or somebody else. That rotating base, kind of like that the Iron Man from XM.
Yeah,
I do like that where you can see it full circle.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I don't know how that affects the cost though.
That would cost too much to pick though. So I would just have people buy your own turntable for $7 and keep it going.
Yeah, Ledge had a good 3-pack.
60 is anywhere, even in a tight spot. The circle, it's not like the arms hanging off.
What are your thoughts, Vision?
I'll buy both and switch them out.
What are your thoughts? What do you think about this?
I I mean, I like it. It goes with their line though, so like their statue when you see it. So it tells a story, I guess. And even if I just bought this Joker, I could put it right in the middle with other villains and still tell the story of Arkham. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's the main guy, Arkham, and then like now you're introducing like Croc. That's how my mind works. I wouldn't use that ha 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 though.
Yeah.
Because my eyes, I don't want my eyes going there.
Yeah, that's got to be removable.
And like the cane looks cool, and then the guns looks cool too though. And I do like how Harley's on there too. You get 2 for 1 if it only costs you $300 more. Why not?
I want to see the swap out portraits, and I want to see. I love the cigarette portrait there. That Harley and him holding a cigarette like that. That's
tall are these bases though? These look like they're tall.
This one looks tall. This one I don't know about measurements. Yeah, I can reach out to Jay. He'll tell me. But looks tall. This one.
Hey, John, what do you think about, like, you see how this is unpainted? What do you think if they had options to get these unpainted? Would you ever be interested in those?
No, personally, no. I know there's collectors who would, because then they can go to their own painter and get it professionally done, right?
Yep.
That's not a bad idea, but
yeah, but that's more custom though.
That's more custom, yeah.
A lot of people don't want to pay for that. They be nervous. Like I wouldn't know where to
Yeah,
go.
that's not my thing yet. I haven't gone to that
You don't
point in
think
my
double the
collecting
price of
journey
the
yet.
statue, just
But Mitchell saying, Slifer, I agree with having the base being optional. What's going on?
I just think his sculpts are really good. I think he's getting, I just feel like he's capable of more.
Yeah.
And this seems so easy now, I think he can do better. Like, story bases are just like, okay, I get it. Like, it's like the next piece he's going to make, I know it's going to be a story base. There's like no mystery. I think that's what sucks.
But isn't that the line? It's a whole line of these, right?
Yeah, it's a little boring, man. Sometimes people, they fall out of love with this stuff. Like, I know I have. I thought when I saw the Thor, it was really cool. It was a cool concept. I was like, okay, cool. And then it was like the next piece, the next piece, the next piece. And I was like, all right.
It wasn't a novice anymore. Now it's the norm.
Yeah, it wasn't a novelty anymore. It was like, I have to do this kind of thing.
But
I do give him credit. I do give him credit where, though, I think he's come a long way from Thor, where he's kind of redesigned the storytelling and how he does it. Like Batman, for example, the storytelling becomes the sub base where the top is removable, right? So that you have that option. And then, what else was there? The Spider-Man we saw, right? That was it wasn't a cylindrical base. You had him on top of the chapel with the story elements embedded inside. The Hulk is another. Or you're just sick of you don't want to see story at all. Like, you're sick of the whole, you just want action.
I know who the character is.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Good, brother. Like,
okay, that's fine.
You want to, like, give me something more, man. Give me some options, man.
So now you're going to make one for Slifer and one for...
No, I'm not going to collect it, but I'm just saying, like, these bases, man, it's just like...
For sure, I get it.
Hey, I get what you're saying. Like, he's good at doing other stuff. Like, we saw him do the Wolverine. We saw him do like the Spider-Man with like kind of like the church and stuff, and that was more interesting. That was cool. Like,
yeah. He said he's going to do that stuff too as well. He's going to finish his line.
Yeah, I don't think this is. I think this is his. I think
it needs to be over.
That's what it is. I think he's doing his story. Yeah. I think this is. He'll get to more dynamic. Whether he does quarter scale outside of 1/3. And the quarter scale be more dynamic, or because if you're gonna do museum, I don't know. I think it becomes tricky. What are you gonna do? A base? I guess you can add stuff like you said, the Arkham Gate and so forth. But it's almost like, what does the base become? Like J&D, where it's just a flat base.
If I would do a museum though, and I don't want to buy this because of that base, then I wouldn't buy the statue at all. I feel like I buy the statue for what it's looked like. Like the ha is the only thing I probably not use. But I will use a base if I'm gonna buy it, because then I feel like I'm missing out a lot of money right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So unless you sell it by itself, but then that defeats the purpose.
I agree with Jojo. I think once he does more action poses, he'll change it up. It's getting to the point where it should be spiced up. Maybe throw in an action pose piece amongst these to kind
Oh
of
yeah, I like
so
that
people,
part.
you know what I
Because
mean,
like
More
like
options.
I would buy. I would
yeah,
try
more
more
options.
cool
Yeah.
stuff. Like something could like give me more like 7%.
Maybe once he gets away, from the whole Alex Ross thing, because like a lot of these are just so married to the whole Alex Ross art.
Yes, sir.
Kind of want to see something different.
Yeah. What's going on, D-Rock? Good to see you, man.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
How was your weekend?
You right.
It was pretty good, man. I can't complain.
Any thoughts on the LBS Joker that was revealed this morning?
I like it. I'm not big on the ha. I think it's a bit much. It's a little busy. I like it with Harley.
Yeah,
I don't think I would get it by itself. I think I would get the one with her if I got it. But
I agree.
as far as the storytelling basis, I kind of just listened to what you guys were talking about. I think maybe I like them just because I don't want to collect necessarily every statue in a line. Like if I'm going to collect Batman, I don't necessarily now. At once I had an idea, hey, I might collect Batman and I'll collect all the rogues. And then it gets to a point where you're like, well, then how many rogues am I going to collect? And then it's like, well, if you get them on a storytelling base, you don't have to collect them because you kind of already got them represented. To me,
Yeah.
To me, that's the way I feel about it.
Fair enough. Okay, well, we'll move on. D-Rock, check private chat when you can. We'll move on. I will. We'll keep you guys posted as we get photos. I know Jay dumped these this morning, and I was happy to see it. So we'll see the paint. I really want to see that paint because even Harley's looking good, and I think there's going to be some more swap outs for the Batman. For the Joker portrait. So
I like that one where he's holding a gun and she has the bomb in her hand, like in the far corner. That's
on the far,
dope.
the right, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And that's the thing. This looks like it's going to have a ton of
Yeah,
swap
because I'm
outs.
looking at the cigarette one and
Yeah.
The
All these things
cane,
have swap outs.
both guns. So I guess if you have both guns, you can't have the Harley, because then his arm's wrapped around her. You would have to take her out.
unless she has some other swap. Well, no, because there's no room for her that way.
Yeah. Same with the cane. So it'll be interesting to see how they accessorize that ultimate version. All right, let's keep the ball rolling. Love this part. This is one of my favorites here. With Prime 1, they gave us a shocking update with ESs. I wasn't expecting this. The Batman Who Laughs versus Batman, originally set to an ES of 350, has now come down to 150 pieces. The Batman versus Killer Croc diorama, same thing. That one was set to 300 pieces originally, and now it's lowered to 150 only. The Tactical Throne was set to 500, the ultimate bonus version. Now it's down to 300 pieces. And finally, the T1000, the final battle representation, 500 was the ES, and that's down to 300 pieces as well for the DX bonus version. Pretty wild to see these. I'm shocked about the two dioramas, to be honest. They downsized from third scale to quarter, assuming more people would get in on it. And we're only at 150 pieces?
Yeah, people's not pre-ordering no more. They had too many sales.
I don't think that's it. I think it's maybe just people are just not feeling the piece.
Do you think it could be price point?
I think it's more people feeling the piece, man.
Okay.
I
thought that Batman versus Killer Croc was well received during the showcase, but maybe not.
Maybe
I think it could be price point and maybe a combination of like Vision's favorite. Everybody's scared of the Prime 1 shipping down the line.
Yep, that's what I was going to say.
They quote you one thing and then double it later on.
Yep. They come out one time, test it out, Prime 1, offer free shipping 48 hours.
I want to say Vision. These were waitlisted, right? I know the T1000.
Yeah, the Croc was waitlisted and stuff like that. I say all of them. Well, not all of them, but the Batman's like the first number 1, number 3. I would get the Killer Croc one. I like how that looks. Actually, to me, that looks dope to me. Overall, that was growing on me as well.
But like to slash it by more than 50%, like.
Yeah, people was not POing because a lot of things are coming out though. So you got to space wise too. You got to be very selective,
Yep.
And then, like Zephyr says, you fall out of love with things as well.
I'm not lying. This kind of got the FOMO over that T1000, man. I want to add that.
Yeah. Even the ultimate bonus of the Batman thing, it cut it by 200, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah, the tactical throne by
300.
200.
Yeah, I still think it's a lot. So,
At that price point, I think it is. Yeah.
2,700. Like, I would like it, but I'm not. Yeah.
I'm not saying that this would have Sorry, John.
No, please go ahead.
I'm not saying that this would have necessarily impacted the amount of orders and stuff, but do you think Prime 1 undercuts itself a little bit in regards to just the total monetary value by offering like 3 different versions of every statue they put out?
Man, that's a good point too. I think I think they did that with their T800. That you got the rooted version, then you got 2 versions of the non-rooted on top of it all. It's a crap ton.
Right, because it used to be that their most exclusive, well, not every statue, but a lot of times their most exclusive version was you get that through Prime 1, and then you would have the regular or, regular bonus or whatever, and then that would go to a lot of the retailers. But now everyone just kind of carries everything that's available. So you see, like, you get, like 150 of the Batman Who Laughs bonus, the deluxe bonus, and then you get 30 of the regular.
Yeah.
And the same thing with
they break it up into 4. Like, they break it up and do their own thing. See when they boxing themselves over there.
Yeah, but I honestly think though also that collectors are in that mentality of we may see these in the aftermarket for cheaper, but it's getting to the point where I'm starting to see, especially Prime 1 product, tighten up in the aftermarket. You're not seeing it as much. I've been waiting to see the Catwoman fight for Catwoman. Mm-hmm. She hasn't been hitting secondary. She's been out already. Penguin, I think I've seen 1. Let's not even talk about Jungle Hunter, the bonus one. You don't see any of these in the aftermarket. So I think it's getting to the point where maybe collectors are, if you're going to want it, you're going to have to start pre-ordering day 1. And we're still stuck in that in-between of people are on the fence of, am I going to order it or not? And they're going to wait. I think collectors are going to start recognizing that when it's a piece they really want that they didn't pre-order and they're not seeing come up in that secondary market that they waited for.
Yeah, and then you got to think whoever's selling it besides Prime 1, they're not pre-ordering a lot either because their NRDs are like triple. So a lot of people don't want to put down $700 and wait 2 years.
And you know what it is too? It's you're looking at companies like Blitzway, right? Blitzway sneaking in through the side on their own with pieces like that Rocky at $650 or whatever it was, right? $650 or I think it was. And
it was less than that.
It was less than that, and that Scarface. It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah, imagine if they did that in 1/3. They'll really be winning.
Oh yeah.
I think that reduction. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bishop.
I said that acrylic crack I would have bought it in 1/3. If they'd offered it in 1/3, but 1/4 don't match what I have. So
that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think that reduction in scale probably hurt them because and Alex was touching on it in the chat. If you're a collector of these 1/3 DC pieces and then you get all hyped that you're getting a Dio and 1/3 and then they come out and say, well, it's going to be quarter, immediately you're out. You don't want it.
Yeah, doesn't flow.
Well, they kind of left the collectors in the third line high and dry. The Bane was third. The Joker versus Batman was third. Superman versus Doomsday.
100 pieces, 1/3. They put out there tomorrow. I guarantee they'll sell at least 70, 75, 80. I know I'll buy one. I'll pre-order day 1 because this don't it just take a lot of room, the height, but the width is not that bad. From the 1/4, so I'm just trying to visualize it in on 1/3. So I would want it.
It's kind of funny too. Well, first, John, I did want to say you were correct. The Blitzway Rocky was $650.
Okay.
Yeah, so you were right. It's funny because I think that when we talk about pre-orders and the lack of pre-ordering happening, and we're talking about, well, what gets collectors excited enough to pre-order, and other than all of the imaginary things we come up with like free shipping, you know, we always say if there's no edition size, like most people like don't want to touch it. Like, let's just wait for an edition size. These all had set edition sizes, and it still had to come down.
Yeah.
So kind of edition size being set on its own isn't enough of incentive, or at least in this one snippet scenario that we have, it wasn't. And then you have two dioramas, which dioramas are cool, but those are also a bit of a niche kind of thing. Not everyone wants dios mixed in with, if they're not collecting, you know, a lot of dios. They might prefer single characters, but it doesn't really explain the Batman tactical throne or the T-1000, especially that tactical throne. I thought that was, you know, even with his giant legs and feet, I thought that people really liked that one.
Yeah. Very pricey though.
You're right. It is very, very pricey. And again,
there's so many versions of it too.
You have 3 versions that you can get of it. And you know, half of it, this is a 300 edition size, or is this the 300? Yeah, 300 edition size, and then the regular is half of that. And that's the economy version or whatever it was called. There's 150 of those. Then you have 250 of the deluxe. So you have, you know, 400 people not taking this ultimate version. Ultimately, I'm thinking probably because of that price.
Yeah, $700 more just for a cave that you're not going to see unless you display it right.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's not worth about $700 if you're not going to be able to see it. Just pointless.
Anyone else have any thoughts on this?
I think they're just adjusting to, because when they do sales, you know that they're taking losses.
Yeah.
So now they're gonna go with, I'm gonna make less. I'm gonna go to a made to order. Pre-orders are gonna determine how big the size of these runs are gonna be, and then they're gonna go from there. And then anybody that goes in early and then picks up the piece, the secondary market is gonna blow up because now they're gonna be like, well, if I want it, I got to pay top dollar for it now. Just like everybody says that, you know, they want collectibles to be collectible, not like a million of them. I don't agree with that. I really don't care about the ES, but that's what's going to start happening. Like you said with Jungle Hunter and Catwoman, those pieces are desirable now. Now you're not going to get those. You're going to wish you got those at retail. That's what's going to happen now. So if you like a piece, sometimes it's better to just pre-order it. You're not, unless you take the gamble. That's pretty much what it's going to turn into. So it's just the market adjusting to itself. They went too crazy with some of these ESs. They made too many of them, and they're sitting on stock. It's not good for business. That's why you get the vision free shipping and all this other stuff. That, you know, you're creating a bad climate. But that's what people are going to expect now, and they're going to pay the price if they really want a piece now.
This is great to learn. AO saying right here, I haven't been hit with import fees anymore since they introduced the eco shipping to Canada. That's amazing news. I didn't know that. So that's directly from Prime. Sorry,
I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Yeah.
Sorry, I want to go out on a limb here and say that it's actually like multiple things. I don't think them going to quarter scale. I didn't like this from the get-go, going to quarter scale and then selling really expensive dios at quarter scale was a good move personally. And I think this kind of reflects that. But also, I think it's just also market. They're just catching up to the market. The market's down. It's been down for a while. Yeah, exactly. They're adjusting. Also, like coming out with these quarter scale, like the tactical throne. And then, I mean, I think the ultimate bonus version at 300 pieces is pretty good numbers from how many people I thought would buy the ultimate version because of the price for no other reason. Just that, to me, a crazy price.
Yeah.
I just feel like their prices for what I said this before. I said this a long time ago when they started doing these. Hey, we're going to start doing quarters. You know, at third scale, a lot of the pricing made sense. And then now at quarter scale, the stuff's more expensive than it was at third scale. And like people like me, if people think like I do, it's like you don't understand why. I don't care if it's a dio or not. It doesn't come into play when I think about it. I still look at the scale first and go, wait a minute. Why am I paying $2,500 for a quarter scale statue? Like, it matters.
Yeah.
I don't know if Prime 1 thought it would matter that much, but I think it definitely matters. And I think here's the other thing. XM and Prime 1, when you're trying to play the quarter scale game, you're going up against the juggernaut that is Sideshow. And they're still coming out with $720 pieces. So if they look good and people like them, they're going to buy those. And if you come out with yours and it's $2,000 and yeah, it's Batman and the Batman Who Laughs or whatever, so what? And
we'll see if they're going to change anything, because look what they did with that Godzilla. A lot of collectors were surprised at that price point, coming in at that scale. So
that was good.
We'll see if this is like that last run of, before they kind of implement some change within the company.
That makes these pieces look even worse, because if you look at the detail in that piece, the size of that piece,
yeah,
I mean the kind of sculpt that Godzilla has to have to show off all the scales and all the color detail, because there's color variation, like the damage to his face, the damage to his body from the previous encounters in the movie. They had to account for all that building detail, the street, the people, these little figures on the bottom and stuff. All that has to be sculpted. And then you look over here and you just got like Batman standing on Killer Croc's back, and you're like, where's all that? That's it's like, what? Or you look at the tactical throne, you're like, okay, so what do you really want with the tactical throne?
I want to light up I want to put the everyday collector on each screen there.
They should have had that at $2,000. Well,
yeah, but then the piece on the back, I just think is ridiculous for multiple reasons, because it's really, really small. It's like a miniature. I don't even know what scale it comes out
on
to.
The back, yeah.
But it's not even close to 1/10. I mean, it's really small. It's like 1/15 or 18th or something scale. I don't think that's worth the extra money. It's like gimmicky stuff.
It's a flex. It's a flex.
It's a gimmick.
More like I have
my statue lights up. Look.
Yeah.
But also Prime 1 is known for doing this. Let's call Apple an Apple here. Bullshit shipping thing. I'm just gonna call it what it is. When you tell somebody shipping is gonna be this much, lock it in. Let's not tell people the price, come back later and double it, triple it. Yeah. And then people are like giving up their pre-orders because they can't pay $700-800 for shipping for a piece that was $1,300-1,400. It's like ridiculous.
Well,
you're just $2,000
Prime 1. I don't think there's many companies coming close to Prime 1. In my honesty, when it comes to the product that they're putting out, XM's completely dropped off the map. You have LBS. LBS is doing some, I think, picking up kind of where Prime 1 left off with the third scale Batman product. Sideshow, in my opinion, it's not touching them. They have their route. So I really think Prime 1's the top of the food chain right now. Not right now, for a while they have been, and they know that. But it's getting to the point where people are just fed up of spending so much money. They've just become very, very selective.
Well, yeah. When you say top of the food chain, I assume you're talking about quality of product, paint, sculpt.
Oh, of course.
All that kind of stuff, right? I totally agree with you. But that comes with its own niche. You have made yourself a niche by being that precise and that good, and everybody thinks you're that good. Well, okay. Well, then you start dropping, you start doing different scales. You start trying to do these extra things and these little, what I call gimmicks, like the tactical throne, the back part of it. It's like a gimmick. Because it's like, who's really gonna I don't know. It doesn't do much for me. But
I think they add the shipping at the very beginning, like D-Rex said. I think it's perfect, because the ultimate version of that City Hunter, I was talking to a guy today, and he said his shipping cost him $1,600. I'm like, that's great. I would never have $1,600. Yeah, he said 15. Yeah, he said 15 something. And I'm like, I would never have
US?
that.
What did he get, Vision?
Damn.
What did he get?
He got the City Hunter, the 5,599 version, the ultimate one with all the little heads and stuff. So he said, yeah, I just pay for shipping. Wow. And I said, excuse me, how much? I don't even know like that.
That's air though, for sure.
Like American dollars, man. What?
Yeah, that has to be air.
Singapore
rupees.
Man, you better drone that to my house for $1,600. Like, I want it coming in the room that it's going to be displayed.
A Plus says companies should never profiteer off of shipping since they aren't offering that service themselves.
I totally agree.
Business.
I I don't understand it.
100%.
Not your business. If your business is warehousing and shipping, then you're a distributor. Like, just be a distributor. I mean, then you're turning around and you're sending it to a distributor here, and then they're profiting off of it again. We're getting double bit. Like, what the hell, man?
That's what
and
I'm
then,
saying.
and here's the other thing. One more thing. I'll be done. Now you're seeing like distributors here, and I'm not going to name them all, but they're starting to do these discounts and roll the pricing in. Okay, well, if they can do that this whole time and they're still making a profit, then why are we still doing this Prime One shipping bullshit?
Or like distributors, they matching other distributors, but at the very beginning,
they're matching prices.
You could have done that 2 hours ago. But when you saw
that's a sign of the industry. That's a sign of that's a sign of what's happening in the industry and how badly they need to get those sales. And it's like, all right, so that should tell you these numbers are going to be low. But I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, actually, see them offer free shipping
too. One of these bonus Batmans that I thought would sell. Be honest with
you. If you want free shipping, go to Big Bad Toy Store. They'll give you $4 shipping.
Yeah, they'll bake it into the price though.
They bake it in, of course. They're gonna give you free shipping. They're gonna bake it into the price, 100%.
Yeah. I'm talking about other distributors. I'm seeing like they're offering free shipping United in Canada, and I'm like, wow. But they could. I mean, like if you got, I guess if you got a deal, I can't say how to do it, but I think
that's the problem. That's the thing is we got to see how they do.
I would love to order everything for Prime One. I'm looking at the Berserker, right? And I'm like, man, I'm gonna pre-order it though. But I would love to do it just from Prime One, just because of the points there. And they are my favorite company, so I prefer them having all the money that I can use the points later on for something else. But my fear is if they tell me, $900 shipping, then I can't pay. I'm not paying that. My mentor won't let me do that. I'll swim over there.
What's going on, Jeff? Good to see you.
Up,
but you're very lucky because you have a reseller close to you where you can just open up your trunk and they'll put the box right in your trunk. That makes a huge difference. For a collector like in Canada who doesn't have that, or anywhere in the States, anyone on the panel who doesn't have that, collecting becomes very difficult. It becomes very difficult.
Yeah, but I do agree with you. But now even him, he's offering I've been screwing his site too. But a lot of his Prime One new pieces, he offered all free shipping to Canada and then the United States as well, though. And the price. So that is craziness. I'm like, wow. So like even at the Berserk free shipping, the Scar free shipping, and those are not small pieces.
No, they're big, yeah.
And the price is not hiked up like a big bag toy store or something like that.
Well, it just goes to show you, right? It just goes to show you that
free shipping.
Yeah, it just goes to show you, well, free shipping, of course, but why now is the question, right? Why now?
But, I mean, a bit of a challenge to that, a little bit. Looking at the Batman Who Laughs, for example, on Big Bad Toy Store, as compared to Prime One's pricing, not much of an upcharge. Yeah. Regular version for Prime One, $12.99. Big Bad Toy Store, $13.64.
Yep.
Same thing with the premium. And it's sold, well, the regular one is at least sold out, and I think everything on Sideshow was probably waitlisted as well, I think, at last look.
Do they charge that?
Is it an aversion? I don't know. Is there an aversion to pre-ordering from Prime One just simply because of that shipping charge? And are people looking more towards, and I don't know how the business model works, but my thought is if Prime One only allows a certain number of allotments for retailers, are people flocking to these retailers, buying them up, they go waitlisted, and Prime One sitting here, no one's flocking to Prime One because of those shipping prices, and now it makes it look like, okay, not as many people are ordering. Whereas if you gave more to retailers who are, again, don't try to screw us over as much with shipping, would they be selling more? Are more people wanting to buy from Big Bad Toy Store? More people wanting to buy from Sideshow? Or more people wanting to buy from Comic Concepts and all of these others, as opposed to directly from the company site?
That's a good point. The only reason I didn't buy from Dilber, well, I didn't know he was going to give us that crazy price. I would buy from him now, but I had already placed the price because I had like almost $300 worth of points in Prime One. So that's why I used them. Don't get me wrong. The shipping is at economy shipping on that Godzilla piece. The quoted was crazy. We're talking like $650 for that Godzilla. Economy.
Dilber have a 2100, right? Like he has a 2100, John?
Yeah, but I
last
had
time
already placed
checked,
the
I
order.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but 3 hours prior though, he had
I
it to 250. So my thing is like, how can he drop $500 like that so soon? That like because he's trying to match somebody
Well,
else's. So the thing is, you
You
could have
should
done
reach out to him and ask him. It's the same way. The difference between Dilbert and other resellers is instead of you asking for a price match out of the public eye, Dilbert will match it for everybody. So, for example, a collector's had pre-ordered it with him already at the 2,700, and he still went back and put the money in the people's pockets. That's not happening with other resellers, because I see other resellers where they're getting price matched behind the scenes, but they're not telling the customers who spent the regular price.
Okay, that's cool though. But me personally, I don't have to play games. Just tell me at the very beginning 2,100. Because you can do 2,100, do 2,100. Because to me that's playing games. Because if I was a reseller, if I'm like another company, I could be making fake prices just to mess with your business now.
Yeah, I don't think that's what he's. I personally don't think that's what he's doing, but I appreciate him definitely matching any price that was out there in front of public eye, as opposed to behind the scenes where customers who paid regular price didn't know.
I ordered that. I got the other Godzilla from Prime 1 6 months ago. And for same thing, it's 2 boxes. I assume the other one will be 2. And my shipping was $280. 6 months.
Well.
Yep.
And it's only going to go higher. Apparently, it's only going higher. So, all right. Well, let's keep going. If nobody else has anything else to say about this, A+ saying, "I rather buy from somebody that is transparent with me and tells me exactly where my money is going and why. They might make less short-term money, but will gain more in the long-term run." Yep, completely agree.
It's tough because I personally like to buy from Prime 1 because if there's any issue, it's so much easier to deal with Prime 1 than deal with any distributor. Like I had problems with one of my Predators. I got a response very quickly, and they sent me the piece. It was like, just break whatever the piece was, and we'll send you another one. And I didn't wait that long. I hate having to have like a middleman, Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It was out of all the Prime 1 pieces, I rarely get one that's like messed up or broken. But it's kind of like why people deal with Sideshow directly.
Yeah, there's horror stories.
I like to deal with Prime 1 directly. I know sometimes you pay a little more for that, but I mean, there's always gambles you're gonna take. I mean, I'll probably get my Godzilla before everybody else will get their Godzilla. But I mean, was it worth the extra $300? Probably. I don't think so. But I really want the piece, and I bought it. I'll deal with it later. I can't just be chasing deals, man. I'm just not. It's nice to get a deal, but the chasing it is too much for me. Like I'll be like, I'll just buy from him.
Yeah.
So that's just
there. If it's right there and it's reliable,
it's available. It's right there. As soon as I pre-order with them, I know I'm getting that piece. Yep. Like I've pre-ordered pieces from some of these distributors, and they'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry, we overcalculated, and we have to refund you the money."
Or some
now
cases,
I can't get the piece.
Look with, for example, Piggy, and how long he had to wait. Right. Sometimes the peace of mind is worth paying the extra.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. It's just it's when you've been in the game for a while, you start to see certain things, and you're just like, hey, I'd rather just deal with them directly. I know shipping is gonna suck, but shipping sucks everywhere. I always try to think, I'm like, how much would it cost me to fly over there to pick this piece up?
And bring it back.
I know it sounds stupid, but like that's how I make sense of things. Huh?
So you get a vacation out of it.
You get a vacation.
Yeah. Listen, a vacation is a flight plus money you spend to eat and sleep.
Sir, what's on that in the bag, sir? It's bleach.
Yup.
Bleach, yeah.
That's how I got.
Okay. I got one more thing to say about the shipping.
You can.
I just thought of it. Thought of it. Listen.
Okay.
So I do buy a few customs. I say a couple, it's a few. But anyway, these guys make less per statue. They make less ES. They make less statues in general. their shipping is always cheaper than Prime One. And by cheaper, I mean way cheaper. And let's all be honest, they're all coming from about the same factories, the same area. They're all coming across the ocean. They're all coming on the same freight ships. They're all using the same, containers. Why is it so different if it's not just for extra? Because honestly, this is how it works with shipping. The more you ship, the more you save as a company. If you're doing a ton of shipping, you're going to get bigger discounts from the shipper for sending more product through them. This is how it works with any business, really, when you're using somebody's service. If you're a really good customer of theirs, they're going to give you better deals. So if you're small, why is your shipping so much cheaper? And the answer is because they're actually like giving you the price to ship. And honestly, Prime One isn't. And I know that just looking at that sale, man. When I went to that sale, I had 2 pieces I was going to buy. They weren't even newer pieces. They were really good prices. It was like $350 or $400 for these 2 Transformers. They were more classic looking Optimus and Megatron statues, and they weren't bigger scale. They were a little smaller. They weren't big, so they were pretty cheap. Shipping on them was like $800 for these 2 little statues. They would have been 1 box for these statues. Why was shipping $800? It made no sense. So in that moment, they were like, "Hey, we're going to take this big discount off statue, but we're going to make it up in our shipping." Is what it looked like. So to me, it just drives me nuts with their shipping. It's like they're like an oil company. Every day it changes. Well, the market's up.
Do you feel like they don't pay? Like you're kind of almost paying for insurance on these pieces?
I feel like you definitely are paying for something, whether it's like the extras they have to make for breakages and stuff or something. There's something in there, like you're saying, insurance or something that they're like, hey, in order to do that, we can cover it with our shipping. We can make sure we cover any of these expenditures, et cetera, et cetera. And then whatever we get overhead on top of that, we get that little extra, little bonus for us if we don't have that many issues.
I think it's important to share your experiences with your purchases in the community, to be vocal about it. Share it where you can, anonymously, however, but whether you order from Prime, the companies directly, Prime, whether you're getting it from resellers, wherever you're getting them, vocalize your experiences. I don't know why people don't do that more often.
The reason I say I like to buy from Prime One directly is like I bought one of my Guyver pieces from a distributor, and it had a crack. It was like a quality control thing where they had like a sticker on it. It was like a little crack on the bottom of the foot. Nothing major, but I wanted a new one. You know how long it's been? That was last year.
You still haven't had
received nothing, brother.
I have an email address for you. You can reach out.
But this is what I'm talking about. Like if I would have just bought from Prime One directly, they would have just sent me that piece, no problem. So like for me, I'll always try to buy through Prime.
But have you been in contact with the distributor?
Oh yeah.
So
I've waited. I try to be patient, and they say, but this is the type of stuff that you deal with. Unfortunately, when you go to, and that is every distributor the same. I don't think so. But at the same time, like sometimes I don't even want to deal with it. I just want to. I'll message Prime One. Prime One be like, cool. I'll send you another piece. Break that piece, and I'll get it within like the month or so or less.
That's a little ridiculous. So you get to the point where you don't even want to communicate. You rather just live with the crack on a piece you paid what, almost $1,000 on.
Yeah. So this is what it is. You know, like you're gambling. You are gambling.
The monetary value may not be the same, the ratios may not be the same, but it's kind of similar to paying, like deciding between paying PayPal friends and family and PayPal goods and services. You're going to pay a little bit more, but you have a little bit more protection. Now with paying Prime One versus some others, you're paying probably a lot more, but again, you get certain securities.
Yeah, man. I mean, I agree.
I hate to hear that you go through that because that's
I mean, the good thing is that it's just like it's not like critical to the statue. Like you can't see it,
but
right?
No,
it's under.
No,
but it's just like I want the replacement for me, but it's taking this long.
It doesn't matter.
This is
you
why.
Paid for
this
it.
is why I don't buy. This is why I don't like to buy Prime One pieces outside of Prime One.
Everyone else seeing all of John's like fuel cells starting to line up.
But the whole topic of this shit.
You don't have to be here for it if you don't want. But
this is the reality.
Yeah, because it's the reason is because you're not the only one. You're not the only one. We won't hijack the show because
no, that's why I said that's for a different show.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, I will. I'll get in touch with you and we'll figure something out. But we'll move on if nobody else has anything to say about this stuff. We're good. Okay, Queen Studios, baby. I'll squeeze in Norman in here because Norman's a good guy. Not defending high shipping. Collectors need to understand that costs of shipping go beyond the shipping company used. Warehousing, customer service, and staffing costs are also factors.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
If I really want a piece, I just pay for it. I know people like it, they try to budget stuff. I mean, go in a payment plan, figure it out. But like for me, if I want a piece, shipping is like the last thing I'm thinking about. I know it's gonna suck, so that's just how
I'm at the point I'm gonna buy a 3D printer. That's it. I'm gonna print my own shit.
Oh, shut up, John.
I thought you were gonna say you were gonna buy an airplane.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
These guys here, I'm sure you guys have heard of it. Heard of them? Virtual Devil, popular channel, over in, I want to say they're in Canada. They run the channel in French, but of course with YouTube, I left it so I can show you guys how to do it. You can change you just turn on closed captioning, go to your settings, and under subtitles, it's set to French, but just change it to, where is it? Auto translate, and then the language. And here we're going to choose English. Although I am tempted to change it to Mandarin, but we'll change it to English, and that'll do it. And then you can watch their content because they have some great. What language did I choose? Because that sure sounds not English.
Looks like German.
Yeah.
English.
Sorry, John. I don't do subtitles. Not even with anime.
You watch anime. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I wait for the English dub.
Man, what is up here today?
Doesn't want to work today.
Off. Okay. Subtitles. Auto generated. Okay. Auto translate. And then I just did this like 2 minutes ago and it worked. English.
Funny, I've tried doing this and it doesn't work sometimes.
Okay. Whoa! It's not working. So
yeah,
that's how you do it. It could be my computer, whatever. I'll shut the closed captioning off then for now. We don't have to hear what they're saying necessarily. But do it that way. It worked. I was upstairs and it worked earlier. But he got besides the point, they're a great channel. Hit the subscribe button and follow them because they get some. Look at this. This is the Queen Studios prototype already that they're getting. And I wanted to show this quickly because I wanted to hear what you guys thought about it. Fully silicone. This is just the prototype. Keep that in mind. But you're getting to see the rooted hair. I know some people were freaking out about this part of it.
Yo, that hair looks busted, bro.
You don't like the hair? Okay.
Bro, he looks like me when I wake up in the morning. He's got a little fro, man.
There's your base. They had a part here where they showed the arm.
John, how much is this? This is 5K, right?
This was 4K US, I think.
4.5.
Yeah. 4.5, was it? Okay, right here.
Go ahead, you got it, Piggy.
Don't panic here, because people are starting to lose their mind seeing this. Because this is articulated. This is an articulated piece. Right, you can move the arms, but apparently this is just going to be on the prototype. This will be covered for final product, they mentioned. So this is where it articulates the spot here. So that's interesting. Apparently it's going to be covered. So let me try one more time.
Jerry, did you ask me if I'm going to get this?
Yeah.
Well, if I win the lottery, like
Jesus.
Oh, we got a little Hulk butt crack there.
My first car didn't cost that much, Jerry.
Yeah, that's where they swipe the credit card.
Right.
Yeah, that's so you insert the chip, you know.
Nope.
How much this damn piece? How much
when
this
they get up
cost?
close on it, and I can see a lot of the details that are in the silicone, like the pores and all that stuff. Yeah, it looks cool, but from this distance, like I don't see it.
It's Cinema Cat all over again right now. I know from far it's not. From far it's okay. I can't spend that amount of money on this.
But that's the thing. Yeah, you're spending so much money on silicone, and like everybody else is saying, like you're not gonna tell the silicone from a couple feet away where you're normally gonna appreciate your statues.
So just remember this for another segment of the show that I want to talk about. These eyebrows, okay? Remember this.
Yeah.
Those look crazy.
Yeah. You go into a
We're not
retirement
Look,
home.
I'll tell you this right now.
Eyebrows like that.
The LBS teeth from this shot alone, the LBS teeth destroy this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Destroy it. You know, T-Rock, you have it.
Yeah. Oh, I know. The teeth are
Destroy
amazing.
it.
That's because he has a movable mouth, you know? If you want to
I don't understand why the gray
Or the
why the
fingers.
gray
Like
hair.
you're stupid.
Like why pick that version?
I don't know what they did, man.
Why would I pay
Movable
$4,000 and I get a gray hair Hulk? The hell?
Here's the
This
head.
old man Hulk?
Here's
This old
him
man
moving
Hulk?
the head a bit.
Where's-
I think he moves the head. And there we go. Look. Oh
Oh
Eeh.
no,
no.
No,
I
no
can't
way.
do it. No.
no way.
It's not even enough of a movement for it to matter.
Nah, it's not. It's gimmick.
Yeah.
Let's be very clear though. This is prototype. So this is prototype.
But still, like, what does that really change?
I don't know. This hairstyling, maybe
the pose. In the pose, what does it change?
The eyebrow.
I think from far away, this is like, oy,
Now,
Oh man, they
if you
did
could
the
move,
arm.
now, if you
that
could
hurt me, man.
They
That
did
hurt
if
me.
you could just
arm,
move
man.
one of the eyebrows up and make it look like the Rock doing the people's eyebrow, I can't do it, but that would be cool.
I don't know.
Or you could have him like you could move like the chest up and look like he's bouncing his chest up and down.
One peck up.
One
Yeah.
peck
I'm
up,
almost
one peck
thinking
down, one
the
peck up,
OG
one peck-
sideshow one was.
You squeeze his nipple, his mouth opens up even more.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
You get to see the full effect
We're
of
getting
it.
And then-
the
and then
we're
you-
getting the ticket
And then
tonight,
you
John.
put your coins in because it's a piggy bank. That's what it is. You squeeze his nipple, boom, coin in the mouth.
I won't have any money to
Wow.
put in the damn piggy bank after buying it.
Yeah.
There you
Anywho,
Look, I
That's
get
like
it
the-
that it's a prototype, but isn't your prototype supposed to be
So look,
the
with
best
this-
representation of this piece that people are pre-ordering based off of?
That hair.
but look, also,
oh my god, he
also,
looks like
wait.
he looks like.
it's 4,500. We just talked about shipping. You know the shipping is going to be about 800 on this, and then by the time you throw in taxes, we had like $6,300.
What's that guy's
Wow.
name? Oh, okay.
I'll take a LBS talks in a minute.
Which guy, John?
This looks
I'm
horrible.
pulling it up. This
This
is
is
who I just.
Eugene
This is who-
Levy?
No, this is who I thought of right now. Oh my! No, this is who I thought of. Hold on. Oh, this is
I
so
think
bad.
I think I know who you're gonna pull up. I really
Regina?
Hold on. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Hold on.
Overbite, underbite. Over.
Oh my god, I knew it. I knew it. I knew you were gonna pull this up. Do it. Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do
Do
it.
it.
Pre-order it. Do it.
I'm sorry. Not to poke fun, but that's fine.
I'll be right back.
Anywho, yeah, no, this is. It's not 4,500. I'm sorry.
No.
Nice of Queen to definitely send this over to some collectors to get a view, but I wouldn't be dropping money until I see a big
We're
improvement
gonna
here.
tear this shit apart, man. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
easily.
Yeah, well. I
It's
think
gonna-
they should
it's
send
gonna
it
melt
to Prime
and
1 to
ship
ship it just so you can pay some more.
It's gonna melt.
But if you guys can, I'm gonna link these guys in my description afterwards. Just give them a subscription, leave a comment. But the only reason is even if you're not happy with the statue, this is good to get these companies to be sending these YouTube channels prototypes so that we can see how this helps people with their making decisions and so forth.
So-
Just
I have,
Hey, that's
I have a quick
Promote
question
it.
for
It's
you,
gonna
Mark.
backfire.
Like a real question, not a joke. The glaze on the skin is
you
that
still want
like
to see it?
is that part of like what they're going for, or is that the silicone having like a wetness to it?
An attack? No, I
Yeah.
think that's what they're going for.
So they want them to look kind of sweaty, I guess. Okay.
I think so.
All right, cool. I'm just making sure. I mean, that's what it looks like, but
It's there. Like the folds in the forehead are really look good. The way the eyes are squinting and stuff. Like it has some good features to it, but they really gotta tighten this up for production for sure.
they need to give it a haircut.
Oh, Cinema Cat all over again. I'm telling you that
They
old
need to
one.
pluck those eyebrows too. I just don't understand why they chose that version. I just don't get it.
What do you mean? Which version?
Well, I mean, if I'm gonna so let's say I'm a huge Avengers fan or a huge Hulk fan,
right?
And I'm gonna put down $5,000, $6,000 plus on the Hulk. And that's gonna be I'm gonna put this thing under glass most likely because it's all silicone. I don't want to get messed up. I'll spend some extra money to have a custom display made. Why do I want the old man Hulk version? Like from the movies where he wasn't even that good anymore. Like they destroyed his character by this movie, and he's like old. He's like I just don't understand. I don't get it.
But I thought this was representative of his. Yeah, but the pose is representative of the circle up scene in the Avengers.
Well, that's not the version he was.
That's not. It's a mix up. Yeah.
Yes, I know it's supposed to encapsulate a whole.
Yeah.
Like why would you do the body from Avengers and then do the head from what Endgame or something? Like way later.
It's the whole saga encapsulated, that representation of the whole saga. I think they wanted to go for that look, but I don't think they captured it. Look, you can bury that statue, right? You can go into it very hard. I want to give them credit though for at least trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Innovate with the movement. Some people don't like that concept, but at least it's a step forward in coming up with some ideas as opposed to just becoming stagnant, right? I think done well, that could be very utilized. That could be a cool feature. Some people don't like it, but at the end of the day, I think if it's executed well and the silicone's durable, where it won't become an issue down the line, that could be a cool feature. So there are definitely redeeming qualities with that Hulk.
I think timing though, John. I agree with you. I do think the innovativeness is good.
Yeah.
It's just you came right off the tail of the LBS, and that one is a masterpiece. So, like maybe not the best time.
That's a good point.
LBS Hulk needed time to breathe. Let a year and a half, 2 years pass. Let it breathe. Things simmer down. Then I think it's too close. But you're going to want the collectors who want the movie representation. That LBS Hulk didn't do for them. Or, there's a lot of people who follow like the whole J&D silicone. They really like that kind of product. Yeah. So I think this is the market they're going for.
So John, real fast, not to backtrack on an earlier topic, but we were talking about bases earlier. And just your background, like alone, is a good example of why the LBS storytelling bases work, because that looks amazing. Like looking at the Thor base next to the Hulk base and that whole setup, and you get to stream in front of it, and it's telling a story that whole way. And I think that's the best. That's the best live example of your argument.
Except for Cap, right? Cap doesn't sit well, in my opinion, with it. I know it was the first one, but because it doesn't have that storytelling.
Right.
I like it better.
Well, the ego will tell the story.
It does, but it does.
This is not to the level of the whole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I appreciate that though.
Well, it can't be for sale by this weekend. Then selling it.
So talking about bases though, that the silicone Hulk, that base is extremely simple.
Plain.
Yeah, it's that J&D. It's that J&D museum, very sleek, sub base black trim. That's the goal on a pedestal, with behind glass. You know what I mean? Like very museum. That's what the market. That's what these are for. That's what these are for. No one's gonna be there playing with the Hulk like it's a hot toy, like the hot toy Hulk with the joint. No, it's gonna be set it and forget it. It's a gimmick. I think gimmick can be used, but I think it's the step in the right direction. Next, we'll push a button and he'll say Hulk smash, and he'll go full. All right, let's keep on going.
What? Now that you say that, I'm gonna put my LBS in a glass case on a pedestal. No, I'm serious. I'm not kidding.
No, but LBS you don't have to, because you can. You can dust it. I get nervous. Like I have the J&D
piece. I'm seriously gonna do it.
No, you can make it. No one's saying you can't make a highlight piece, but silicone, man, I'm scared to display silicone outside of glass.
No. I'm just saying that piece is good enough that I think I could do that with it, and it would really pop under glass. I think I could. I mean, I can build that shit myself. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah,
I think it would look just as good as that one under glass, honestly, or better. So I'm gonna do it.
Let's do it. Okay, let's keep going because I want to still have our games. So remember I told you to remember about the eyebrows on the Hulk? Here's this. So we got the second teaser for John Wick from John Wick the movie, whatever. So the big question here is they decided to go, it's silicone, but they decided to go sculpted facial hair. Just like the professor from Indiana Jones. How do you guys feel about that?
I don't know.
Okay,
tough.
It's tough. Okay, I'll go. Go ahead, Leroy.
I was just gonna say until you said it, I really didn't
notice.
It doesn't look bad. No, it's not that I didn't notice. I can see it in the mustache, but it doesn't look bad. I mean, if you look at the top picture where it's not zoomed in, like how often are you gonna be that close on your statue looking at his nostrils and his lips and stuff? You know what I mean? I think it looks fun from a distance.
I think it was brilliant on their part to do this.
Yeah.
Can you? I don't think you can. You can, but all I think about when I see this is the old Cinemaquette days. Can you imagine trying to do a beard this short with rooted hair? I don't think it would come out good. I really don't. I think this was a smart move on their part because it looks good. It looks full. The beard's full. You don't have to worry about having patches. That's just me personally. Anyone else have any thoughts?
I think it looks better on the Indiana Jones piece,
the professor,
professor, because he has like a salt and pepper beard. Like it's mostly white, so it works there. For this, I don't know, man. Keanu Reeves has a notorious like patchy beard situation going on, so I don't know. It's tough. I have to see it like not like this. I have to see it like in its own. I have to look at it like a complete picture of it to see if I like it or not. From what I see right now, I don't like it.
You guys keep going. I'm gonna be right back.
I just don't like the way it looks. I don't know. I think I have to see it like all together and like get the full effect of the piece and see if I can live with it or not.
Do you think doing it sculpted and painted reduces the chance of it looking all messed up out of the factory as compared to doing it rooted?
I don't know too many. I don't know too many pieces that have rooted beards.
Yeah,
like
me neither.
It's tough. So I'm not sure.
This reminds me of when, for some reason, the one piece that comes to mind, and it's not facial hair, but like, I guess maybe the Mace Windu. I don't know what the Mace Windu's materials are, the new one from Sideshow, but I remember when they released the Sidious, the last Mythos one, where he's kind of like floating. They did like the inner robe stuff was like sculpted, and then the outer big cloak was.
Yeah, I have that piece. I have it.
What is that like, having those two different mediums both emulating the same thing right next to each other?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just because of their robes, and it's kind of like contrasting. There's one that's a dark robe, like really black, and then there's one that's gray. So it's kind of like a little different. It's not just like black on top of black. So
I don't know if this is what Mitchell means in the comments, but I am wondering like how does that affect like you're doing sculpted beard, but it's on silicone. So is that going to be long term? Is it going to just start messing up somehow, or because like
I get what he's saying. Like it kind of like rub a little bit. Maybe they do it like a tattoo.
Yeah, so it's like, how does that work?
It's a fair point. I have no idea.
They'd have to glue it, right? Somehow.
Maybe his neck
or is it just paint?
And his face is sculpted.
That neck looks amazing. I was just looking at it. The neck and the nose pores and stuff and the cheeks.
Yeah, so maybe the bottom part of his jaw is polystone. The top of his like from the beard up is silicone.
There's no way that.
Maybe this is an
He looked like a burn victim that had to have skin grafts.
Hey, you don't know.
Wow.
You don't know.
Dang, dude.
The neck.
called battle
the
damage.
neck and
Vega.
the
That's
neck and the
battle.
forehead are silicone, and then the beard, the nose is gold.
Oh, jeez.
Step away for 2 seconds. We're talking about burn victims. Goddamn.
No, but no. Who would dare to say something like that? That was probably Slifer.
No.
Know. What?
But-
Every time something outrageous is said, just blame Slifer, right? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's the part I'm going to pull out of my
unbelievable.
wallet every time. Where's
You
the
know?
Slifer card?
But this is.
I'll claim it.
Anyone else have anything on this? No.
Yeah.
I think like a Gandalf. Like a Gandalf, a Gimli. Those are good to root. Nice
Yeah,
long.
but
when
those
it's
are
this short,
long beards.
that's what it is. That's what I mean. When it gets to this short, I think this is the smarter business move.
I don't know.
Look at those eyebrows on Hulk.
When he gets to a beard this short, you'd almost have to punch in longer hair and then shave it.
And then shave it. And then that's going to look odd because it's so short. You know what I mean? It's going to be like prickly. Like, you know what I mean? Like sticking out.
Yeah.
So, John, the question
John
is,
doesn't like prickly beards, okay?
the question on the table right now is, how do they apply this to the silicone?
I don't work
If
at
it's sculpted.
J&D. We can find
I mean,
out.
they just glue, they just glue it on, or is it
Let's
like
take it back to the drawing. I'm going to take that back.
It's a
and we'll get-
decal. It's a
we're gonna get
decal.
an answer.
Is there any long
This is
term
a-
effects?
I'll reach out to the
Oh,
company
yeah.
and see. If
I
we
would
can
love
get
to
an
know.
this
answer.
is a,
Yeah.
this is an actual picture of Keanu Reeves, and they just glued it on.
I'll write this down and take this away. If we can
Is
get an
the
answer.
face sculpted and the top of the head and neck are silicone?
It's a good
Yo,
question.
I wouldn't even put past them, bro.
They
I
gonna
would
block.
not
I
even
mean-
put past.
I mean, you can even see where it thins out, like on the right. Oh, I guess it's his left cheek, but our right, when you're looking at it,
Yeah.
it like thins
Yeah.
out as it goes up his cheek. How is that is that a tattoo? Is that, you know what I mean? Like,
It must be tattoo style. That's the only thing I could think of.
It's got to be something.
I mean, can you like carve into the silicone?
I don't know. I mean, the
Like,
mustache
yeah,
looks like one
Kind of like
solid
how they will typically do like Wolverine's hair on his arms. Like they'll do these weird
Yeah.
kind of cuts in the polystone and then just put like a wash over it. I don't know. But
I'll
I think
reach
that's
out.
a great
I'll reach
question.
out. Seriously, I'll try to get an answer and see if we can.
Is
Because
it
I don't know.
possible
I'd
they
like to
did
learn.
both? Is it possible they did both?
What's going on, Knight? No, I don't.
Maybe.
It's not
They
rooted.
didn't fill in with some hair
Yeah.
somewhere. This is all
I don't-
completely sculpted.
I don't think so. So again, these are just teasers. So we'll find out officially. But I think this is fully sculpted. Another thing to keep in mind: Prime One announced that they're doing a third scale John Wick. So keep that in mind as well.
Shipping 1,500. It can be yours for the low, low price.
We can blow through these if you guys like. Infinity Studio just had an event, the Toy Heart Expo in
Jesus
Beijing.
Christ.
Yeah, this is.
Looks so good.
Look at that hand.
Is the hair sculpted on her face? No.
No, it's rooted, bro.
No, it's this is as punched as it gets here, man. This is wild. Saruman,
Sculpted
full scale
beard.
Saruman. That's
Stop. Mom.
the hand. How lifelike that hand is. That yeah,
The
that's
white hand of Saruman.
If you just sitting there and their hand moves or jump on you,
Jesus.
You need some nail clippers.
I just saw him blink. And
That looks
Slifer,
like- That's like Joe Biden's hand when he sniffs the kids. You know, he grabs them and sniffs
wow.
them.
We're getting canceled tonight, John.
See, Slifer
That's
said
okay.
it.
Yeah.
No
Yep.
more. No. The show's over.
Yep. We get a
Um,
fine.
No, this is a Canadian broadcast, so it's fine. Don't talk about Trudeau. This is what, Slifer? Witch King?
That's the Witch King of Angmar.
Witch King, yeah. Okay. Another massive piece.
It's a nice piece.
Armor looks great. See, I think this is really where Infinity excels. This is just mind blowing what they're doing here.
Man, when they get pieces and they get collectibles, they get collectibles, man. They get people do not, the companies don't mess around when they do they do this stuff because these look good. Like, who did what is it called? The Sauron, that big life size Sauron. It was huge. I can't
It was
remember.
them.
It was them too.
I think so, yeah.
That was a big piece too. That was nice.
They learned a lot though. they had their struggles. I think the Harley Quinn that they did back in the day, they've had their struggles. I don't think that was very well received. But look where they've come from that point to today. It's a company
I think it's the property too.
Taking feedback though, even feedback, because the likenesses are insanity here.
These will sell out.
Oh yeah, Aragorn.
That looks good, man. And he's notoriously hard to get. Like his face.
Oh yeah,
he's got like a weird face, man. Some of his 6 scale figures have looked horrendous. InArt's doing a good one, but
InArt Asmus had trouble.
Previous ones, oh my god, bro, they're so bad.
Yeah, massive improvement. I'm gonna try to get a side by side of the old Cinemaquette compared to this. I could have sworn I think they did an old Cinemaquette, and it's just unbelievable where we've come from back in the day to today. Stunning.
I like the sub base. The sub base is nice. It looks like the crown. Yeah, the crown of Gondor. I like that.
And the mixed media too here.
See, this is why I like mixed media. It just feels like it flows more natural. Like you couldn't sculpt the way this looks. I don't think you could.
For these characters where there's layers upon layers, yeah. If you're using high-end materials, I agree with you. And then we have that was it for Lord of the Rings. Then we have the Neytiri.
I didn't watch the second movie, but this looks good.
Yeah, me neither.
From what I see,
this is the more affordable option. This isn't the one that has all the leaf work. There's one that has that base that's full of like the environment.
I think this is better. I think it was a little bit too much, the leaves and stuff.
And then that's I think it's third scale, right? I don't remember if it's third or half. I want to say it's third. Third
maybe
scale,
like legendary scale.
Neytiri. Yeah,
like
maybe.
the way they did it.
No, I'm confident it was third. I think. What's going on, Johnny? Good to see you. Happy Monday, man.
What's up, Johnny?
And that was it. That's all the photos I graphed and all the news for this week. Just for the weekend. There was quite a bit. I think Friday we're all going to hold hands and sing Kumbaya together, but I said, why not? We'll cover some stuff. Let's have a round of who do you think is the greatest movie antagonist of all time?
This is easy.
Respect for Lord Farquaad.
Thanks to Vision. Vision had a great idea. I'm excited to. I want to move on from this topic though. With the antagonist, I want to come up with something else with him. I don't know what yet, but make it fun. I like this idea. But let's see. Let me pull up.
Next one should be protagonist. Let's go the
protagonist. Okay.
Go the opposite side.
Okay. Okay. So for this week, we have 2 more rounds. We're going to do this round, and then next week we'll have 1 more round. But the first one's going to be the Evil Queen from Snow White versus Thanos. God damn.
So, shockingly, I'm going to roll with the Queen.
Is it showing? Yeah, it's showing, right? Okay. You're going to roll with the Queen?
Yeah, because Thanos was going to blink half of existence in our universe away, right? But he had a good cause. He thought he was doing something to save the other half, or everybody was going to die. This chick just hated her stepdaughter because she looked better than her. It was like, I'm going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had malicious intent. It could be argued that Thanos had the same, but he was actually trying to be admirable in his own mind. You know what I mean?
Sure. I can understand that, except the Queen was after one person and Thanos was after half the damn universe.
Yeah, but he thought he was saving the other half, or they were all gonna die. You know,
so being justified in doing something heinous makes it less heinous?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Right.
I'm just saying that she intentionally, like, she didn't have a justification. She just wanted to be the finest one in the kingdom, so she's gonna kill her stepdaughter. Whereas he's like, everybody's gonna die if I don't get rid of half of the people. At least I think that's a completely insane reasoning, but at least he was trying to find some logic to kind of bring himself to terms with what he was doing. She just was like, I'm doing this.
I agree with Carl in the comments. Thanos did nothing wrong. He was right.
I completely agree. Like, I've been compared to Thanos, and I think he's a hero, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I'm gonna go Queen. I'm gonna go the Queen too, Peggy.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna go the Queen too, because Thanos is I'm so tired of seeing his face around. I just kind of want him to blink himself out of existence.
Wow.
And they made him too soft in these movies. He's soft. The Thanos from the comic books was way more like brutal and like he's soft. They made him like a sympathetic villain, which I hate. Like, no. I'll go Queen all the way.
The chat. I put up a poll in the chat, guys. We have 8 votes in. It's 88% for Thanos, 12% for Evil Queen.
Let me go vote. Make sure they don't be listening to these dumbasses on this.
50 people in here.
Yeah.
Only 8 votes. Get your votes in, guys.
We had to snap half of this panel.
Oh, Jerry, love it.
Yeah.
Mostly just Slifer and Piggy, though.
Show me your Thanos in your collection. You don't have one, right? Yeah, that's
I
what
ain't
I
got
thought.
no Evil Queen.
Yeah,
I
that's
had
what
to
I thought.
bought.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd pick up that Sideshow Evil Queen from back in the day.
Right. Yeah.
If I found her, she was beautiful.
She'll stand the test of time. They'll
line?
never change her. They'll change Thanos a million times.
No,
At least she'll
wait,
be the same
wait,
character.
wait until they make the live action.
He's gonna be a boy. He identifies as a girl.
They did already, I
Evil
think.
King.
No? Did they do it?
Oh,
I
man.
have no idea. If they didn't, they will.
Why does she grow hair better than me? And you a man?
Wow.
You forget you're talking about Disney, Slifer. They're remaking everything. They will change her if they haven't.
13 votes in, 50
Her
people in
character
here,
will
guys.
be different.
Get those votes in. Come on. Mitchell's saying, but who gave Thanos cosmic order to make that judgment on the universe? He ain't no damn hero.
I don't think anyone was saying he's a hero. It's just saying like he
No.
was trying to bring himself to terms to think, I'm doing the right thing to be able to save at least half of the people. So it was insane, but he at least found some convoluted logic in it. She was just like, I'm about to kill her. That's the end of it. I'm not gonna make it make sense. I'm about to kill her because she looked better than me.
The
I'm just
Queen
tired
was
of
no
Thanos.
different than some of these. What was it, like the Real Housewives and shit like
Yeah.
that? Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
it's just
Yeah, they're
It's
killing her
trash.
husband slowly.
She lost, right? Like she didn't win out in the end, right?
Thanos always loses too.
No,
Yeah.
he won. He won. They only beat him because of time travel, man. He won.
But they still beat him.
They still beat him. The movie
Not
didn't end
not in
with
the,
him winning.
not in the movie he appeared in, not in the first movie.
Depends on where you
took a
stopped when you
whole
watch the
nother movie.
films.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He won and
Yeah,
he won.
He won in one of the movies.
the Queen lost to what, her niece?
He didn't kill all the people he needed to
lost-
kill to
I
secure
mean, yeah,
a victory.
she did, but also
technically,
she
the
lost
Queen
damn
won.
Dwarves.
Well, I mean, technically, with time travel, you never could kill all the people you need to kill unless you killed everybody but you.
That's because he didn't kill the right people.
So
Well,
loophole-
technically, the Queen won when she took a bite of the apple, right?
Yeah. Yep.
By that logic.
Right. She won the first lap,
Yeah.
and then she lost the rest.
You know, Disney's never gonna let that.
Yeah, but they didn't have
win.
the time travel to beat her. She just had to get kissed.
Wow,
I'm gonna be
that's-
so honest. When I saw this first matchup,
It was
I
hard
didn't
back
think
then.
we'd even have to have a discussion.
Can you imagine during COVID? That would be very hard.
Yeah.
Fucking,
But we are Vega, all right? We are.
Yo, I'm gonna give it one more minute because
Yeah.
we creeped up. Evil
kiss
Queen's at
through the mask.
47%.
Yeah.
And Thanos
Everybody
is at
else is also
53.
tired of Thanos' shit.
Let me get my other account up. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, you
We're all
cheating,
tired of
Vega.
Nah,
give
I
it
ain't
1
got
minute.
another account.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
You
be able
guys
to remember
choose
the
between-
password.
Come on, chat.
I'm just
Come
gonna
on,
choose
chat.
all the
Don't let
wrong
Thanos
ones the
take
rest
this
of the
win.
time. The worst.
Don't
ones.
let Thanos have this. He doesn't deserve it.
I agree with
Can
you.
can we mute Slifer?
Goddamn grimace.
Okay. I'm ending it. 47
That I agree
Evil
with.
Queen. Thanos is 53, so Thanos takes it.
At least it was close.
Just like he should.
How is it possible?
He's over here being Grimace's brother and shit.
All right.
Wow.
Let's
Next
move
on
on
the
from this
docket-
absurdity.
Is who's T-1000 from Terminator 2
Oh, this is a joke.
versus Palpatine. Palpatine, yeah.
Slifer is right. This is a joke. This shouldn't even. It's T1000 the whole way.
It's Palpatine all the
I'm
way.
going with Palpatine.
Palpatine all day.
Palpatine all day. He's a mastermind. He controlled the universe for. when did the T-1000 control anything other than his own shape That's it. Everything else.
That lady on the phone.
He couldn't kill a kid
No, here's
and his
asking one
mom.
person.
Yeah, but they couldn't build a proper Death Star without a weakness.
So
First
that
of all,
means that's another vote for Palpatine, John. Just from you.
yeah, the universe was conspiring against him,
And it's not the
But
universe;
he-
it's the
he
galaxy.
did-
God
Oh,
damn.
I'm sorry, the galaxy. Oh, but he wiped out. He wiped out plenty of planets, so he's good.
Yeah, but Andor does. Not Andor. Endor doesn't count.
Yeah,
What are you
but
talking?
Palpatine couldn't even stop Captain Kirk. Come on now.
Captain Kirk.
Really? We're doing a crossover.
His greatest achievement was getting rid of Mace. Come on.
Oh,
And he needed help with that one.
So
You're crazy. You're crazy.
So here's the funny part to me. Everybody chose against Vader in the first round. We did this, but Vader killed Palpatine. So now you're going to choose Palpatine?
Yeah, but who did Vader go against? I can't remember
Doesn't
now.
matter. He killed Palpatine, who you're saying is the best villain. So if you didn't choose Vader, you can't choose Palpatine.
Oh, I blocked it. I
There's
can't
no
see.
way Team 1000.
He went against Hannibal.
He did? Yeah. Well, Vader would destroy
That
him.
was
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
Exactly, but everybody wanted Hannibal, which made no sense, but that's fine. I'm going to go T1000. I'm going to be the anti-everybody. T1000, 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 T1000.
Okay.
Definitely not.
I said T1002.
Nobody cares.
I only
Mitchell
said
says
it because I
Palp
knew Slifer
stakes
was
this.
going to choose Palpatine.
The T1000 is just following Skynet's orders.
Yeah, that damn hand
Yeah,
puppet.
because I don't know if we're changing the like what we're voting for, but like I think we were going like how good were they in the movie?
The
And that's
greater
why, like,
antagonist in the film.
Yeah, Vader doesn't do really shit in the movies. I would say Palpatine does more than T1000.
He's a master manipulator. Come on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, sound like most dudes. Good woman.
Hey, Palpatine manipulates everybody. T1000.
Exactly.
T1000 was brute force.
That dude, he doesn't even talk. Barely
He
talk.
doesn't need to talk. That's how good he is.
He goes like a little pointy finger around. Ooh, I'm so scared.
You kidding me? When he almost decapitated what's the face? Connor's step parents? That chick with the milk? Wasted good milk.
Wow. You know what? Since you brought that up, John, I'm gonna change my vote now.
Some good ass milk.
I vote for Palpatine.
So
T1000 killed the dog.
Think about it.
Yeah.
They had to.
that's
John
fine.
Connor had to bring a T800 all the way from the future just to stop the T1000.
There's no way Palpatine's losing this. I mean, it's just
It's impossible.
Hey, Dennis,
Palpatine's
what's going
winning
on,
this
brother?
one.
Come on. Palpatine's just an old man in a chair with some electrifying moves, man.
With the Force.
Old men in chairs are very powerful in this country.
With the Force, Vader picked him up and threw him.
Come on, stop.
Vader picked him up like a baby and
Your lack
threw
of
him.
knowledge is
T1000.
Your lack of faith
Liquid metal.
Your
in the
lack of
T1000
Damn.
is disturbing.
Lack of faith.
What are you talking about? He picked him
getting
up.
religious.
Vader picked him up and threw him down the
And they
pipeline.
put the T1000 in a hot room, and he fell apart. Do you really want to get into this argument?
It wasn't really a hot room.
Put him in a sauna, and this guy's over
liquid
here melting.
magma.
Yeah,
Put him in a sauna,
So-
and that silicone started to melt.
yeah. He started melting.
Slifer, unfortunately, they did the same thing to Namor.
Oh,
Namor.
okay. I'll call it here. Palps takes it.
His name is Namor now. Okay.
Namor.
What?
How big of a difference was it, John?
77% for Palps.
Really?
Wow.
76%.
That's less than I was expecting.
Okay, how about the shark from Jaws versus Ra's al Ghul?
Yeah, man.
I'm going with the shark. I'm going with
I think I'm going with the shark.
I put these together because they're so random, but it makes people think outside the box. So you have to think outside the box. It's not like something very easy. Like when I see other shows where like even though sometimes it'd be so easy, and I'm like, no, that's not right though. Let's think outside the box. Like that's why I don't say nothing. I like to listen to everybody that said like, yeah, that's right, that's right.
I was trying to figure out if it was Jaws or the shark from like Sharknado, or it's like
It's Jaws.
Yeah, Jaws.
No,
Jaws.
Sharknado would be
shark.
the shark. It would be DA shark.
Yeah, the shark.
The
Shark.
SHAWK.
The shark. Yeah.
Wow, you actually put these together, Vision? Like the actual character team ups?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you found them on the internet. Oh, damn.
This is tough, man.
That's why I do random shit though, because like even though they look stupid, but then they make you guys talk more, and I like to listen to what people have to say.
Well, sometimes I want to hear them talk less, but that's okay.
I don't know. I like Ra's al Ghul, man. I think he was the best thing in Batman Begins. Like, I liked his character was the best out of all the characters in like Christian Bale and everything. He was the best. Those scenes with him like teaching him, I would say he's probably the better antagonist because he's kind of like secretly like molding Batman to be what he wanted him to be. But then
Fair enough.
It didn't work out that way. But I thought that when you watch those movies, I enjoy that aspect of the movie by far the most. The shark, I mean, he's cool and everything, but like you're always waiting. You're always just
we talk about. I couldn't go into the ocean for a good couple of years after watching that movie.
So I saw Jaws in the theater as a little child. You know what I mean? And just to see him just straight up going at people, going after the children, he didn't discriminate. If you got in that water, he was coming to chomp on you.
Good on, Mark.
And they never, like in that first movie, they never kind of softened it to like try and make you feel sorry for him, like give him a backstory. Like it was like, no, he's in the ocean and he's gonna eat you, and that's the end of it. You know what I mean?
Kill a machine.
So yeah. And I remember going to the beach after that when I was little, just looking around, like seeing if I saw a shark fin at the top of the water and stuff, man. He was just vicious. Ate the boats, ate the people, the old ladies.
Ate the boats.
It's so bad. I was starting to do that in lakes, in lake water in Ontario.
Yeah, man.
That was a good joke. Okay, they don't go in lakes. Get it salt water. That's fine.
Yeah, there's no
how about
question. There's no real question in regards to which of these characters had a bigger impact. In terms like Jaws is just it had such an impact just on society,
cultural phenomena.
Right, it does. I think Ra's al Ghul unfortunately is overshadowed by the two other villains by all of the other villains. I'm not saying he was bad, Slifer. I'm just saying I think that everyone else kind of gets a lot of credit. And this turn of Ra's, Liam Neeson just doesn't.
I'll say I agree with what you're saying, but let me just make this one point. If he did not train Batman at all in these movies, in this part of the movies, you would not have gotten any of the he would never have became Batman, and he would never have done any of the other things.
Right.
He would never have any more of these movies. So he may have had a small slice in the beginning, but he basically created that universe of Batman.
Yeah, well, technically in the beginning of the movie, he wasn't Ra's al Ghul. Technically,
it doesn't matter. He always was Ra's al Ghul.
He was that bald guy.
He was just too stupid to figure it out.
Right.
And
he helped make sure he created Batman essentially for this
universe. Yeah.
In this universe, which is a real hero thing to do.
No,
it's not a real antagonist thing.
Well, I'm just saying.
And Slifer said
he shaped.
Friendships will end.
He shaped this universe. So
43 people in here still, and 9 votes. The only people that voted were the people on the panel. The people watching aren't even voting.
They're watching the movie right now. I see it.
That's fine. We'll call it here. 10 votes,
Jaws,
9 votes, 10.
That theme song would kill you. Come on, you be nervous about the damn theme song. You need to see Jaws.
We're gonna end it here with 10 votes, 80% going to Jaws. Sure.
Yes.
The dark.
Wow. Okay, last Green Goblin versus the Joker.
God.
Joker.
It's Green Goblin.
Green Goblin all the way.
Shitty ass Green Goblin out of here.
That's the only one that's kind of tough for me.
You can't do this to me.
That was like so good.
You gotta check that. It's a motherfucking statue.
Listen,
Man.
Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin has to be the greatest casting of all time. Okay, he just looks psycho without even being like in character at all, and he just played Green Goblin to the T. You might say what you will about his outfit or whatever, but like him as a Green Goblin,
Oh yeah, it was good.
masterpiece.
He's an idiot.
People actually
so
want him to
horrible.
play the Joker.
Yeah.
Nah. I mean, I'd rather have him be the Joker than Joaquin Phoenix, because I can't stand Joaquin Phoenix as a Joker. But
Cypher wants to stress me out tonight. No storytelling bases, no Joaquin Jokers. It's...
come on, stop. Okay.
That was a good movie though. Like
that movie's so overrated.
How much are you looking forward to the second one with Lady Gaga? Now?
I'm not watching it. I'm not even supporting that shit.
You don't want to watch a Joker musical? Come on, Slifer.
I didn't even like the first one.
What's going on, Marcos? Good to see you, man.
This one's overrated. This OG Spider-Man. Watch it now.
Hey, what about Jared Leto's Joker?
No, that was trash. That was crap. Don't even talk that. Don't even put that guy's name and Joker together.
Him and
Him and Batfleck.
Oh no!
I'd rather have a Jared Leto Joker.
Man. We gonna
put those guys in a grinder. That was garbage.
Then a Lady Gaga Harley.
Listen, buddy, Lady
man.
Gaga's gonna make it beautiful.
Trash.
Poker face.
She's horrible.
Trash.
Get her out of movies.
Gonna come out in her
You'll see.
meat dress.
You're gonna see how good that's gonna be.
Trash.
Go back to music.
She
Well,
sucks.
it's a musical. It is.
Joaquin Phoenix sucks as a Joker too.
The first movie was good, and I don't think he's supposed to be that kind of Joker. Come on.
Then
He's
why
not
do
supposed
Joker?
to be because it's like a realistic take.
Because
If
they
someone
needed to make money off
snapped.
the Joker name, so they were
If
like, "Hey,
somebody,
I got this
well,
idea."
yeah, that too, but it was
Good
well
job.
written.
Come on.
Because it's Warner Brothers, and they don't ever want to do the
No,
characters justice. That's
I can't tolerate this. Sorry.
I can't deal with a Joker and no Batman. Like absolutely not. It's stupid. It's a waste of time. I wish I could buy. I wish someone would give me the option to not see that movie and get some of that time back in my life.
Wow, that is hurt. That's pretty bad. It wasn't that bad.
I didn't like it.
Even the statues are doing bad. So
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I don't think the movie was bad, but I also don't think it's the Joker. That's just where I feel.
No, it's not
I
the
agree with
Joker.
Slifer. It's not the Joker. It's just it should have been some other random character.
Or something else.
It would
Killer
have
Clown.
made no money. So
I think I'm gonna choose Green Goblin. This was the toughest one for me, but I liked William Dafoe's performance in that movie better than I liked Heath Ledger's
Wow.
as the Joker. Only because I saw so many iterations of the Joker by the time that movie came around. Like you always fix who your Joker is. Like
Yeah, that's
I
true.
grew up seeing like Cesar Romero, and then in the movies seeing Jack Nicholson. So
Yeah.
I liked his take, but it just wasn't like. Maybe if it was the first impression of the Joker I ever saw, I would be like, man, this is great. And he did a great job. But William Dafoe, man, he sold it, especially given those like crappy special effects he had to work with. He sold it.
Jack Nicholson will always be the greatest Joker there ever was, there ever will be.
100%.
That's how I feel.
I disagree.
That's how I feel.
For me, this is
Okay,
easy.
well,
Nobody asked you, Jerry.
Nobody asked you.
I know that's
Keep
why I
that.
just said it.
Keep your goddamn opinion to yourself.
11 votes. We're gonna call it here. 64% for Green Goblin.
yay!
Just
Goblin
this
wins.
nostalgia. I'm telling you guys, watch the movie now. The movie's not
It's
that
not
good.
about the movie, brother. It's about Willem Dafoe.
Character's not that good.
It's funny because I feel the same way about Hannibal, and you guys love them so much, and I don't.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys picked Hannibal over Vader.
I don't
You're-
either,
you're
man. That's
psycho.
crazy. to me.
Me too.
You're crazy.
Because Vader doesn't do anything. I think Vader is better, and for me, he's better in like what was the other movie, like the hallway scene.
Rogue One.
He's better in Rogue One and the video games, like the.
You have to take the whole
The newer two
totality of
games?
who Vader is.
Yeah, but you're like comparing movies where they couldn't do all the extra stuff back then.
I know, but
when they could, they did.
I'm gonna compare them as they are. So it was like for me, like Vader didn't
Yeah, but
do
you're
anything.
picking him in a movie where he had one
That's
scene, and in that movie he had one scene where he did a
No, I'm-
badass fight. They couldn't
I'm
do back in
thinking of-
1977.
I'm thinking of just the franchise, the original 3 movies. I don't think he was like super menacing besides the second movie. Even the
Now,
third
out of
movie,
all the ones we chose today, the 4
Shark.
Thanos, Palpatine, the
No.
Shark, and Green Goblin. Who was the greater antagonist?
Shark.
So far we're sitting at Michael Myers versus Alien. So now let's see who's going to be in the next category.
I just want to see
Thanos.
the Shark go up against Michael Myers.
I
That's
can't
all.
believe it's 50-50 here. Wow.
Kind of upset the shark beat
Thanos.
Ra's al Ghul.
Wow.
Root fulfill Ra's al Ghul's destiny.
I still haven't seen that movie.
Wow, who did that? That was pretty good.
That was me.
Huh?
Yeah, see,
I-
Johnny,
I have a
actors on
talent.
this channel. You don't treat us right though, so we can show you our skill.
Vision, you acting? You acting like a fool. Is what you're acting like.
I
Well,
watched
you paid
The Dark
me
Knight
one year.
Rises like an unhealthy amount of times just so I can imitate the voice.
We all have problems.
Wow. Marco said,
Thank you, Slifer.
Marco said great babe
That's
voice.
just the
Now he's
problem.
calling you a pig. What the fuzz?
Great babe voice. What?
Remember Babe from the he made a typo, but it's Babe
Babe.
from
Pig? The pig?
the pig,
Charlotte,
yeah.
Charlotte's
Oh.
Web.
Charlotte's Web. Not
Oh,
Charlotte's Web.
goodness.
No, Babe the movie. Babe
No,
had
yeah,
a,
Babe had its own movie.
Babe had its own movie.
That Jaws?
Copyright infringement. Copyright infringement.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get hit.
Copyright.
When you hear that, you're nervous. You like you go Vader. Who's that nigga?
No, it doesn't do shit for me. I'm thinking I'm sticking with Green Goblin.
Mitchell's
no.
comment is funny because that could be
Oh,
said
wow.
almost about every villain.
I'm going Palpatine.
Who likes Goblin here?
I do.
Goblin.
I would-
No, I'm kidding.
I like when my girl got with
For
me.
me, it's between Green Goblin and Palpatine, and
I
gonna
agree.
put Palpatine.
I'll
Wow,
agree. It's
three-way
between-
tie for Palps, the Shark, and Green Goblin. Come on, people.
Yeah, I'm going with Jaws.
I
Oh,
went
Bruce is
I
up
went
there?
with y'all. I went with y'all.
I'll choose the Shark over Green Goblin.
Shark.
Yep. I went with
Palpatine.
Palps
y'all
just
all day.
Palps just took the lead.
No, Shark.
Palpy.
Just if you think about music, think about the Imperial music when you see Palpatine. That
What's
Yeah,
the
but that's-
Imperial music?
the Imperial
Oh.
March.
Which one is that one?
You know, just think about orange juice. Do you like your orange juice with Palp?
Oh, John, no, you didn't.
a swing and a miss.
On and I laughed live, so I can't say I didn't.
Swing and a miss.
That was on point.
It was something.
Yeah, that was real cringy, John.
Can we get John out of here?
Yeah, get him out.
Okay, next vote wins. It's a
Come on,
three-way
guys.
tie.
know it's
there you
Pal-
go.
You know it's Palpatine,
The Shark.
guys. Come on,
Oh,
The,
that's
the Shark took it.
guys.
The Shark
Get
took
the
it.
hell
Don't do
out of
this.
here.
The Shark took it.
Bruce
It's all killing
won.
machines winning.
Nano gets no love.
No, Bruce.
It's
Yeah,
no smart. It's all
Bruce.
killing machines now. It's just killing machines,
Man,
right? Because you said it was Michael Myers, the Shark, and the Alien, right?
Alien.
No, that's
that-
right.
So it's
You're right.
just-
It's all
so the
just
killing machines win every time. It's like none of the smart, none of the planning. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
Sorry, guys.
Kill machine.
Next week we'll do the last category and put everybody against each other. Quick. We're gonna do this in 8 minutes. Stop at the 2-hour mark. Trivia. Buck at 5,500 points. Jerry at 1,800. Come on, Jerry. T-Rock at 800 and Phoenix at 6. And the live chat's been killing it. Atticus, Ken, Jesse, Mitchell, Rob, Rocco, all at 500 points. We're gonna do a quick flash round. Random pop culture is your category. 1 round. Your final trivia will be afterwards. Quick. D-Rock, starting from the bottom. Let's have some fun. Go ahead, man.
Let's do 300.
Here we go. What was the name of the main character you played in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, baby? In the private chat. Remember the private chat? You guys gotta get your private chats right here. What was the name of the main character you played in Grand Theft Auto Vice City? 5.
I never played
4.
this game.
Jerry.
Tommy.
5. I'll take it.
Yeah, Tommy seemed like right.
Tommy Vercetti was it, baby?
Oh,
Tommy
yeah, that's
Vercetti.
Steady.
I'll give it to you, Jerry. Jerry, what are you picking?
400.
Here we go. What is the one ingredient the Turtles, specifically Michelangelo, does not like on their pizzas? Slifer.
Pineapple.
That is incorrect.
Shit.
Next in line is going to be Vision. 5, 4,
Oh,
3,
I remember it now.
2, 1,
Can you hear me?
0. No, I can't hear you. What's your answer?
I said olives. Olives.
That's incorrect.
Oh, that was the other one.
Next in line, Cool Game.
Anchovies.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
You put anchovies
You
in there?
put anchovies on that pizza?
Go ahead, Cool Game.
Let's do 200.
Here we go. Who protects the silver crystal, ladies and gentlemen? For all you anime fans out there, who protects the silver crystal?
I don't
5,
even know what this is.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I have no idea.
Vision.
Jerry Maguire.
What the
Piggy. Sailor Moon.
Oh, geez.
That is correct.
Wow.
Nah, hey, Sailor Moon was good though back in the day. I forgot about them.
I haven't seen that since I was a kid. I don't remember shit about that.
Thought you said it was real anime, John. Damn.
I always like Sailor Venus. Sailor Jupiter wasn't bad either.
Yeah, Jerry
Tuxedo Mask.
I never
Venus had
heard
a
Sailor
time.
Uranus. Anyway,
Slifer
go ahead.
on this.
Wow.
Piggy.
Slifer, man, you're supposed to be the anime king.
Hey, I don't watch that.
I put a Slifer's supposed to be anime. I put Turtles for Cool Game and Vision. Cool Game got it. Vision did so. Olives. What the fuck? Olives. Go ahead, Piggy.
500. Random pop culture 500.
Here we go. What modern day item made a cameo in the final season of Game of Thrones?
Fuck.
Vega.
Starbucks cup.
Bingo, baby. Starbucks cup.
Didn't even watch the damn show and I knew that fucker thing was in there.
Where? I didn't
there.
realize that.
Was that a mistake or?
It was a mistake. Yeah, it was a
It was a
mistake.
mistake. They
I
fixed
never.
it. If you go back and watch it now, they took it out.
Oh my god.
Last one.
That's
Let me draw the line. Here we go. Which anime character was sold to the circus, people? Which anime character was sold to the circus? Cool Game.
Dumbo.
Dumbo's an elephant, man. No, of course not.
Or he was something.
He was sold to the circus, though. Good. What? Nobody? 5, 4. Dumbo is the one that said olives. 3, 2,
I have no idea.
1.
No clue.
Okay. Oh, you guys kill me.
I don't know what
Astro Boy.
I've never seen this either.
Yeah, I never watched Astro Boy.
That's
That was-
Fake anime panel here.
that's
All right,
John's
huge
watching
congrats.
That's
Old,
my
old
time.
animes and shit.
Huge
Yeah.
congrats to Vega, Cool Game, Jerry, Piggy. You guys go to the next round quickly on Messenger. How much do you want to wager for
Category first, right?
Category first will be anime. Category is going to be anime on Facebook Messenger. Cool Game, you can do it where, yeah, perfect. I got Cool Game.
Anime. Fuck. Dicey.
No, it has to be increments of 100. Sorry.
Okay.
This guy's trying to do
I
20
don't even know
bucks.
if I don't even know if Astro Boy came out before I was born.
Yo, Astro Boy came out like
I'm waiting for you, Vega.
in the 70s, I think.
Yeah, that's cool guy shit.
Tough decisions. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Here's the question. This young ninja has spiky hair and they wear a headband with a metal plate. The plate bears the symbol of their village on it. They were also born in October and were an orphan. Who are they?
Wow.
No clue.
Like the easiest anime one.
That's just
out of
so
all the anime.
easy, bro. Oh my
Send me
God.
the answer.
Question.
5.
Are we sending you the answer or?
Yes, sir. Send it to me. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Zippo. All right, let's keep going. Let's start with Cool Game. Cool Game unfortunately wagered 300, and he wasn't able to provide an answer, so he'll be going to 0. Thank you for playing Cool Game. We have Vega. Actually, we'll leave Vega for last because he's interesting. Piggy wagering 100, saying Naruto, whatever the fuck.
Naruto. Oh my God.
We are giving it to Piggy. So Piggy wagered 100. He's going up to 300. Okay. Now we have Jerry. Oh, Jerry wagering 300. He also said Naruto, so he will be going up to 300. So 600 is Jerry. Now with Vega. Vega also said Naruto.
I did it again.
But he wagered 0. So Jerry is our winner.
It happened again.
You gotta believe in yourself. You should watch Naruto. They'll teach you that.
Yeah.
Now, Jerry. I have a pro. Before we go to the chat for the last round, I have a proposition for you. You can double. You can leave here with double or nothing. I will show you a ink blot from our Rorschach test, and you tell me what statue and what company produced it, and you can double your points. Now, if you get it wrong, you'll leave with a big zip. What do you want to do?
Do it.
And I'll give you 10 seconds. And nobody in the chat, they can't. People in the chat can't contribute in the public chat.
Don't do it.
So if I see the answer, then whatever. But
do it. You got to believe in yourself.
10 seconds to guess the ink block test, and if you get it, you will double your points.
No, you also got to be smart, and I got a thing in the long game and beat Buck. Now I'm gonna take this.
You're gonna take it?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you though what it was. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Would you have gotten this?
Oh.
I know what this is.
Yeah.
Jerry, what?
Prime One Endo?
No. No.
You would have gotten it.
Should have believed in yourself. Oh, goodness.
He doesn't. Jerry, I couldn't believe in yourself.
You would have gotten it. That's okay. D-Rock did the same last week. You were safe. You're taking 800, better than not taking anything. But taking 1,600 would have been better to get closer to Buck. But that's okay. We have next week. Now, for the chat, before we wrap up the show, for the live chat, to get on the board. Wow, he's like, you got to make this harder, John? Ao? John, Ao. This isn't. Look at the contestants we're working with, Ao. Come on.
Unbelievable. How dare you stand for us?
Here's your question, Anime. The first person in the chat to get this answer will get the 500 points. Here we go. This series originally came out in 2006. The main character is a teenage boy with dark hair, brown eyes, and sharp features. They also carry a mysterious notebook. They are very determined to create a world without crime. But who are they? Who are they?
This is a great anime.
Can we compete in the chat?
They got it.
Too late.
Yeah. I will give it to... here we go. Let me pull up the answer. Light Yagami. That is going to Ao, who got it first. Congrats, brother. 500 points coming your way.
This was a great anime, man.
This is one you should
excellent,
watch too.
man. It's excellent.
It got even better when the sexy girl got into it, his little follower, wearing her skimpy outfits.
Brian must be watching. He's going to get to this point. He must be watching when we were talking about the Hulk. LBS Hulk much better. Thanks for watching, Brian. He'll get there. Awesome, guys. This was a fun episode. Went a little late for a Monday, but congrats, Ayo. We'll get you on the board. Anybody have any final thoughts? Vision? Anything else you want to?
No. Great show. All fun.
Oh, before we do you want to pull up your video quick? Before we go, the one I was supposed to show Friday. I think it's that was my bad for not showing it Friday. Cool game. Appreciate you being here, man. Shout out to you and the channel, Cool Game Collectibles. When you going live? Let the people know.
Saturday. Yep. Episode 60.
Awesome. What time?
7 Central.
7 Central. That's Cool Game Collectibles. Be sure to check him out, and Black Ice as well. Piggy, you're always uploading stuff. I love it on TikTok and everything. But tell the people where they can find you.
Hey, if you put in Piggy's Picks, you'll find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, anywhere you go. Just throw in Piggy's Picks, and I'll pop up there. I appreciate being here tonight, and the tournament the versus was a lot of fun tonight because
awesome.
the crowd picked everybody who should have probably won. So
okay, good
job,
worked out. And that's Piggy Picks PICKS. Guys, be sure to show some support. Thanks, Jerry, man. always great to have you on the show as well, and you're on Club and with Steve as well tomorrow on Casual Nerd Problems. So it's always good to hang out. Yeah. Vega, please tell everyone where we can find you on TikTok.
You can find me in the losers bracket for trivia again after not betting any money in Final Trivia for the second week in a row. And otherwise, you can find me at GV_reviews on TikTok and Instagram.
Awesome. Slifer, also always great to hang out with you. See you on Club or whenever you're free. It's always great to see you.
Thanks for having me, man.
And same with you, D-Rock.
Appreciate the invite.
Always, man. Same with you, D-Rock. Appreciate you hanging out, man.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Always, brother. Viz, you want to cue it? We'll end it on that.
I can't find the video. I'm trying to look for it, but I guess next week I'll figure it out.
Okay, we'll do it Friday. Show off that awesome white knight there. The display looks really good. We'll set it up for Friday. Dark Knight, sure. I'm the white knight. You're right. All right, Random Korean. Have a good night, brother. Always good to see you guys. And Tuesday, tomorrow, with Steve, Casual Nerd Problems, 8 p.m. Eastern on his channel, Casual Nerd Problems. See you guys. Be safe. Collect responsibly. And always remember to have fun. Take care.
Take care.